Are you ready? Can crush us. It don't really get no better than this the podcast that you're looking for if you're really heavy into wrestling. Hosted by the Mark. Energy that's so amazing. Gotta keep it entertaining. Rep the Can Crusher Nation. Yeah, you know what's going down in the ring. Lights out when you hit a ding ding. Knock 'em out like boom bada bing. Hold it down, you can crown me the king. Gotta shout out to the Miz and Duke the Dumpster. We choke slamming everybody, power driving, hit 'em with a face buster. Yeah, this the show you need and it ain't no need for waiting. Mark, hold it down for the Can Crusher Nation. All about wrestling and keep it entertaining. Can Crushers Wrestling Podcast. Time to break 'em, let's go. Yeah, Can Crushers. Yeah, Can Crushers. Let's go.
And welcome back to another Can Crushers Wrestling Spotlight. I am your host, Mark the Mark Martinez. That song's still stuck in my head. I'm telling you, I've never loved an intro more than anything. Yes, and I'm stroking my own ego. That's the way it works here on Can Crushers when you're riding solo. Yeah, I get pumped about the song that was created for this podcast. That's me. I'm a Mark for myself. Welcome, guys. This is going to be a fun one. Before we get there, I want to thank everybody for the love and support for the last week's show with the Masked Saint. That was amazing. It was Sir Jank's first time doing an interview here on the Spotlight, but the love that we got from across the board was unbelievable. There's a strong message there, guys. There's a strong message. But that's not what it's about today. It's always about me. Guys, you know where you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those. It's all at CanCrusher69. The podcast is on iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, Google, Chaser, Boxcast, all of them you can find. Go out. If there's a possibility of liking, sharing, and giving ratings, that would be awesome. We like that. I pander for those all the time. If you have a question, it's cancrusher69@gmail.com. Check out our merch at cancrusher69.wixsite.com/cancrushers. Get some of the cool merch that we have. And you can also check out merch at collarandelbowwrestling.com. Use the promo code CANCRUSHERS, all one word. You'll save 10%. Okay, so my guest today is Stan Michael. He's an R&B wrestler. He's going to bring down the house. Hopefully, we can get him to rock and roll a little bit. I guess it wouldn't be rock and roll, it'd be rhythm and blues, huh? Yeah, that's the difference between Mark and music. You can tell the last couple weeks have been rough, so yeah. He wrestles in New York. We have to find out all about him, and you guys know that I have not been doing homework because it's fun not to do homework on these guys and just learn as you go. But I did watch some film. I do have some comparisons. Let's see how bad I am. Here comes Al Snow and Collar and Elbow, and then we'll be back. On the line will be Stan Michael to talk all about wrestling, his journey, and how bad I am at telling everybody who he is in the ring.
Wrestling. A love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. The wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. Collar and Elbow is the brand. Passion and love for wrestling is the drive. I am Al Snow, and this is Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand.
And welcome back to Can Crushers, guys. I told you I was super excited to have this guy on the show. Hopefully he can sing for us, because there's been a little bit of a break, but we've had a lot of musically inclined wrestlers on the show, and nobody has sung during their interview yet. I don't know if it's me or what, but welcome to Can Crushers Spotlight, Stan Michael. Please tell me you're going to sing for me, or this interview is done. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. You know the king of R&B is always gonna bring it to you live, baby. I wouldn't be so otherwise.
You win. You've beaten a guy that's been on American Idol. You've beaten a guy that's become a pop sensation around the world. None of them sang. You
Yeah.
sing at least, so screw them.
Well,
Congratulations.
well, yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. No shade on those other gentlemen, but my gimmick ain't really a gimmick. It's really who I am in real life, 24/7. You know what I'm saying? I really am the king of R&B. I really do walk and talk that game. You know what I'm saying? I've been out here before I even got into wrestling. I've been out here doing shows, doing music, getting money, doing music for years. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just time to take that and apply it to a different arena. You know what I'm saying?
Folks, he really isn't joking. Check out when he gives you all the social media links at the end of the show. Check him out. He really is. He's tremendous. You really are. So props.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man.
So there's two ways that we can go right off the bat. How the hell do you make the transition from being a R&B singer to a wrestler, or pop, or whatever you musician? I'll put it that way because I'm gonna F myself up in the long run. So let's just say musician to wrestling. Or I want to know who the hell introduced you to wrestling, because I think your family is more musicianish than it is wrestlingish, right?
Yes, fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah. So take
all
both
right.
of those and run.
All right, yeah. All right, cool. I'll start with the first one. The first one can kind of segue into the second can kind of segue into the first. Who got me into wrestling is my older cousin, my older cousin Todd, and this is back in like 1996, 97, and WCW World Tour was the game on N64.
Yes.
And from that point on, I'm giving away my age and shit, but from that point on, I was just straight up locked in on this wrestling shit. I was always like a hardcore fan straight up from the jump. Like even as a kid, like 6, 7 years old, trying to sneak watch it. I was always a WCW fan coming up, And
well, that time is when WCW was throttling WWF at the time. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like when I was coming up, WCW had it. And then one of my friends had a videotape of WrestleMania 14, which is still to this day, my favorite pay-per-view.
Why?
Just because, mainly because of the storytelling. First of all, 97 is my favorite year, but 98 was just such a crucial year for the WWF as far as like their ability to turn the tide. And I feel like WrestleMania 14 was like that event that it was like that stamped it. Like, all right, yeah, we here. We got Tyson. We really ushering in this new attitude era. We got Steve Austin. And the thing that really caught me as a kid even was the greatest story they ever told, in my opinion, was the story between The Undertaker and Kane.
Yes. No, I just wanted to know your opinion. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Yeah, that was one of the best ones out there. I'm really old school, so mine is still WrestleMania 4. I love the tournament. Yeah, I'm a Macho Man fan. But
no, that's what's up. That's what's up. Macho Man is definitely in my top 10. And honestly, I wish they would bring back like a tournament style for WrestleMania, but they want to make it 2 nights and shit now. So whatever.
I despise it. We're just gonna jump all over the place, and that's okay.
Yeah, right. Right.
I despise the 2 nights. You had bigger pay-per-views back then. And now I don't want to see, no disrespect, I don't want to see Ricochet against Ridge Holland on WrestleMania. That's not going to make me buy it.
Yeah, I mean, like now it seems like they're more about the business of making it about the brand of WrestleMania itself rather than, the individual matches, which I think takes away from like everybody's making a whole big deal about, I want to be on WrestleMania or who's not on WrestleMania. And my thing is, I feel like it kind of cheapens it when you try to get everybody on the show, because then it's kind of like, you let everybody's allowed to play type shit. But
yes, everybody's getting a goddamn participation award anymore this year.
Exactly.
You have to earn your spot to WrestleMania.
Yeah, for sure. But to get back to the original question, how I transitioned from music into wrestling, I was doing my music thing and then COVID hit. And that kind of shut down like all my shows and everything, all my movements that I was doing for the time being. So while everything was shut down, I ended up getting approached by a guy that I knew on the internet on Facebook. He had a platform called UPR on on Yep I Like Wrestling, the group on Facebook. I don't know if y'all like y'all
I
are
I know
familiar with
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They had a show called UPR on Unpopular Review, and he picked me up. He was like, "Hey, yo, I see the way you post in the group and all that stuff. I'd like to have you on the show." So I came on, and before I committed to it, I said I'd like to see what's going on. So I tuned in, and they were doing like a ladies' night, and I saw what would go on to be my co-host and my girlfriend, Shanti.
Oh, sliding right into her DMs.
Right, right. Well, it's kind of funny story how that happened. More on that later, but
By the way, they have to drink every time you say more on that. The Can Crusher Nation has made that a game because I say it a lot during the weekly show. They have to take
yeah.
a drink. So,
Oh, well. Check it out. Check it out. I might as well plug it right now. I have an album out on Spotify right now called "More on That."
are you
Later.
shitting me?
Yeah, no, no, I'm dead. I'm dead to fuck serious. Hashtag more on this later.
Okay.
Hashtag more on this later. Fine. I'm like, so more on that. Take a drink and then go hashtag and search more on this later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why
Uh,
you didn't do. I just got a new intro. We got it before we actually set up anything with you, but you may be doing next year's intro for us, so just so it could be more on that, more on this.
yeah. Well, shit, I'm with all that shit. I'm with all that shit.
No.
But we started doing shows on that platform. We had a dope ass chemistry, and then we was just like, yo, let's take this shit on the road. Let's break off and do our own thing. So we developed our own platform called Talk of Champions. And from straight off the rip, we just got so much love and attention off of that, just from like the New York indie wrestling scene and all that. Like people started really tapping into our shows. We was getting like 1,000 listeners a week off of just some bullshit,
Right?
we
It's
were,
amazing.
yeah, it was crazy. And then we was like, all right, cool, we got a whole movement here, let's make a group. So then we go on Facebook and we made a group, and then the group took off, and now we just look, we we doing this shit about 2 years now, almost 2 years. This shit is at like 2,000 people, and we don't even really promote it like that. It's just a organic ass like kind of
Here we
follow.
are. Here we
Yeah,
are. Deal with it. Yeah.
yeah. So we came in contact with mad dope people along the way, and what that kind of did was um I saw a picture of somebody that we know, and he was at a wrestling. It looked like at a wrestling kind of training camp or something like that. He was standing in front of a ring, and I'm like, hey, yo, how do I get involved in this shit? Like for real. Like I've been a fan my whole life. I done freaking dropped this music shit to try to fucking make a platform off of trying to be a talker on this shit. But now, if I could get into this somehow, for real, if there's a way, let me do it. So I kind of put it out there in the universe. I put out a Facebook status. I was, anybody got a ring, your boy can come, roll around in. And next thing I know, I get reached out to by Tom Specialty Frazier, the owner and promoter of IWW, and he's starting a wrestling school called Technique to Training T2T, and he'd love to have me. Oh shit! Okay, cool. So as soon as I put it out in the universe, I wanted to get involved. An opportunity came about, and I jumped on it, and it's just been a love story ever since, man.
So 2 years of craziness then, essentially, because it's just COVID hit about 2 years ago, and then boom, this is what I'm going to do, and you've just been rolling with it. That's crazy. That really
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Like we started doing the show. We started doing the show in like April of 2020, and by August, I was training.
Wow. All right. So how long do you train before you have your first match?
Oh boy, how long was it? It's really hard to even think about. Like when was my first match? uh, we like that's the thing. We had like
That's normally something wrestlers remember right at the top of their hat.
well,
But
here's the thing. Well, here's the thing because I know what my first match in front of people was, and I remember what my first student match was. That's a different
Well,
ball
it's a
game.
different ball game. Yes.
Right. So it's different. It's two totally different things. So my first student match happened. I was about maybe 2 months, 3 months in training, and then my first match in front of people, I was maybe about 6, 7 months in.
That's still quick. Either way, that's really quick. So that means that at some point in your life that you have more athleticism than me, being a 44-year-old garbage man. So tell me about. Oh, thanks. You agreed really quick. I'm really not a fan of yours. All
It's not even about you. It's just like all right. So one of the reasons why I felt like the need to get into this wrestling thing is because I come from a line of athletes.
See, that's
My,
I can understand this now. I told you I did no homework on you. Nothing.
yeah, you feel me? Like my great uncle Joe Ford played for the New York Mets.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He played in the Major League Baseball. He played for the I believe the White Sox too. He played. He didn't win a World Series, but he played in a World Series.
Played in one. Yeah. I went to one. That's as close as I got.
Yeah, right. My dad went to one while his uncle played. That was as close as I got, But
right.
but then my uncle and my dad and my uncle themselves, they started playing ball, and they played minor league ball. So I have this athletic gene in me from just genetics. So I never really got it out of my system. You know what I'm saying? So that was really a big proponent of it. And even when I'm in practice now, one of the big things about me when they see me go and do my thing, they're like, "Yo, Stan floats."
You do. You do. When I ask you who you are here in a minute, I have a comparison that I've written down who I think you are, but we'll get there. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Baseball just wasn't your thing?
Nah. Quite frankly.
No. Fucking hated it. No.
Yeah. No, I respect it. Honestly, I do respect like the lineage behind it. You know what I'm saying, and and like the craft behind it and all that. The legacy of baseball. But it just wasn't my thing. I was more into basketball, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. So you tell your folks and everybody, hey, I'm getting into wrestling. What do they say?
I didn't tell them.
Oh, you just did it.
I just fucking did it and let them see. Because you already know you're all right.
They're gonna say you're an idiot. Yeah, I know.
Exactly. You asking me the question. You know what I'm saying? So you already know what the response is probably gonna be. So I just kind of went ahead and did it. It's kind of one of those things where you don't ask for you forsake permission and ask forgiveness later, kind of thing.
Yes. Well, I've heard some wrestlers though that like grandma was so involved that she became like the seamstress for the male or female wrestler that has gotten in, because grandma loved the business. Mom and dad completely despised it. So grandma was like the new manager, doing everything for him. I just didn't know if you had like somebody that in your back pocket.
Well, that's the thing. My girl, if anything, my girl would be that person. Like, she held me down. My girl held me down 100%. Like, every wrestling event, every wrestling practice I go to, she's there. She don't want making sure I don't forget shit. She don't want making sure I'm what I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say she the handler, but she be handling. You know what I'm saying?
She handling. Yeah, she's taking care of you. I understand. So how was it that first match then? Not your student match. How was your first match in front of people? Butterflies, worriedness. Did you know what to expect?
Oh boy! So I go there. First of all, I go there and they have me in a tag team match, and it was like, okay, cool. So I don't really got to worry too much. I'll be around people that pretty much know what they're doing. As time goes on, it looks, my partner isn't there and my opponent's partner isn't there, and they're not showing up.
Sweet.
So they're just like, all right, yeah, call a singles match. And so now I'm like kind of freaking out. But in the same time, dude was cool. He was like, yo, I got you. Don't worry. I know it's your first time. We gonna be all right. So all right, boom. So I'm still at the point where I'm still trying to put my matches to memory. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta know the hell is going on, so I know what the hell is going on.
Yeah. What spot's next? Yep.
Right. So fucking about, no lie, maybe 3 minutes before we go on, the match before us, like right before the match before us ends, like they come.
Shit. They're here.
They fucking come, and now we gotta goddamn call a match. We gotta call a tag match now. So I'm like, what the fuck? I just goddamn spent all this time, like, having panic, anxiety attacks, trying to remember all my whatever. Now I gotta do this, but go out there, and I swear, as soon as my music hit, it kind of just went away. When you go, and I just had this conversation with somebody the other day, like, once you got your basics down, and at that point my basics, still shaky, but still, shout out to my trainer, shout out Brother Greatness, shout out to, Jake Gomez, MV Young, T2T trainers. We had our basics down for the most part. You always know how to fall, no matter how, what, you know what I'm saying? No matter what the move is, no matter what the situation, you know how to position yourself to where you're always going to be where you're supposed to be. You're always going to take it the way you're supposed to take it if you know your basics. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I love how, I'm going to stop you there for a second, so pause. I love how you shouted out your trainers, because I love getting trainers over, because they've been in wrestling, they still may wrestle, and they get their own prop and pomp and circumstances and stuff, but they need to be known who they are as well. Because people in California might know who you are now, but they don't know who the hell trained you, and they need to get a pat on the back because you are who you are because of your trainers. So always do that, I feel. Yep, go ahead.
That's a fact. Like, just to touch on that, like, shout out to, like I said, Jake Gomez and MV Young. They were the trainers over at T2T, but my man Brother Greatness really took me under his wing, and was really instrumental in my growth and my progress. Shout out to that guy. He's the one that got me out here moving. He said, yo, go get it. I'm gonna teach you how to fish, and then let you go fish. So you taught me how to fish, so shout out to him for that. But yeah, dude, like, the first match I go into, we go into that tag match, and it was cool. I got to tag with, and I got to tag with who somebody later on who came he came a cool dude to me, Jay Bougie. Shout out to Jay Bougie. You know what I'm saying? Like, he out here doing his thing too. But that was before I even knew him like that. That was just me having my first match. Oh, just so happened, people I know, kind of shit,
Right.
But,
there's your huge network of wrestling that, hey, I'm going to Connecticut next week. You want to ride along? Or I can put a word in for you that you can make some more money up here or wherever, right?
This shit is so small.
It really is.
Small. Like, I come from the music industry, which is very small. The wrestling industry is smaller.
I don't have this written down as a question. What do you think is more cutthroat, the music industry or the wrestling industry? Because you're engulfed in both of them.
Both, man. Like, I'd probably be more inclined to say the music industry. But it's really just a matter of individuals. You're always gonna run into somebody that doesn't have your best interest at heart, and once that happens, you're fucked.
Great way of putting it. I agree wholeheartedly. All right, so this is the question that I referred to a while back. Who is the R&B wrestler, the Stan Michael? And this is where I'm going to come and say, before you tell me, after watching a few of your Instagrams and some matches that I found online, this is who I find out in my head that you are. You're a video game wrestler, first of all. In my head, you do shit that should only be done on video games. One, you are... Where the hell did I put it? Good job, Mark. Oh, you're Booker T because you're finisher. You are Ricochet because you are so smooth and you fly around the ring. But you have a lot of HBK in you. How close am I?
I'd say you're about half there. You're about half there.
Who'd I miss?
I wouldn't even say who you missed. I wouldn't even say who you missed. And this. I'm glad you went here. This is great because the way that I pride myself, and I know you see the clips. I know you see the clips that I put up. I put those up for a reason, obviously.
Right.
But I pride myself on being more of a storyteller in the ring.
And that's the number one thing in wrestling to me. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Dog, you from the old school. I'm from the old school,
Yeah.
bro. I don't give a damn about doing moves.
Well.
I don't give a damn about going in there, bouncing on the ropes and doing the flip, whatever. I know I can do all that shit, but I'd rather get in there and make you believe what you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather get in there and draw you into the story that I'm telling.
I want to see a fucking headlock for 15, 20 seconds that makes it look painful.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, the way I was trained, all that hot shit can it could be there. But you gotta have your basics. Position, timing. You gotta have it. And that's what I pride myself on. Cause that athletic shit that's easy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like getting my balance or whatever on the rope, that's easy. Coming off, jumping high, that's natural to me. What's not natural is the footwork. What's not natural is the positioning. What's not natural, the timing. You gotta learn that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the craft, that's the true craft of it. And using that to draw your audience in to the story you're trying to tell. And when you do that, you don't have to fucking come off top. You don't gotta do flips. You don't got. And shout out to and I'm not even out here Jim Cornetting anybody. You feel me? Do you?
I do. Yes. Because we wave the same flag.
When you in there with Stan Michael, just know we in there to put on a show, baby. We in to put on a show.
I told you I'm getting set for the Royal Rumble, so I just have the network on right now. And it was Repo Man against Earthquake. For the love of God, nobody searches that freaking match out. But it's just playing, so the Peacock's running in my house the rest of the night. Yeah. I looked over as I was doing the introduction, and I'm like, shit, I might have missed something in that match. Now I have to rewind whatever I'm watching, because you know those two are not flying anywhere in the ring. But there's a story to be told. If you can tell a story in wrestling, you can add the flavor.
Like we talked about Kane and the Undertaker at WrestleMania 14. You know why that's my favorite pay-per-view, and you know why that's my favorite match of all time? It's because of that. I told you, it's the greatest
story.
Greatest story they ever told.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care about the match they had after. The whole leading up to that first match and the way that they told the story in that first match, that Kane was this raging undead being that came for revenge on his brother, and his brother wouldn't fight back until the end, and then it took 3 tombstones to put him down. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But he didn't put him down because Kane still came back at the end. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's the shit like that. That shit gripped me as a child, and that's the kind of shit that I want to impose on my audience.
And thank you for that, because I hear from some others, I want to do a 750 in the air and hit him with a chop. Cool. That'll be a great viral thing for a month, and then see you later.
Yeah, like you can work the internet, like you see, like work the internet for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying? If you got some hot boy shit, if you want to put on the internet, put on your Instagram, on your TikTok, whatever, your YouTube, go ahead, please do it. But understand that they're you don't necessarily gotta grip them that way.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
So, who are you doing tape study about? Because I know your trainers will tell you, hey, go watch some Larry Zbyszko, or go watch some Kurt Hennig, or, something like that they're technical. Who do you do tape study about? And how far back do you do tape study? Are you going back to Bockwinkel?
Nah, bro, I just do this thing. I study the same people I always grew up watching. You know what I'm saying? I study The Rock. I study Shawn Michaels. I study the Macho Man. Study Steve Austin. You know what I'm saying? Parts of The Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? Triple H. You know what I'm saying? Student in the game type shit. Jeff Hardy. Sting, for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying? Like the way the man was able to captivate a whole wrestling industry, not saying a word for over a year, bro. Like,
Just hold the bat.
you
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Just his presence, like people like that. People like that.
Cool.
You know?
I love it. I really do. All right, let's take a pause from wrestling and find out a little bit more. I prefaced earlier about the really stupid questions, and this is the one that is taking over Can Crushers, and the nation wants to know, and it all started from a referee, and I will always throw her under the bus because we've become good friends. Ref Robin in Oklahoma is a sociopath, okay? And I mean it in the nicest way.
Okay.
Okay. What's your favorite cereal?
Honey Nut Cheerios
How do you eat it?
with a spoon.
But do you put the milk in first or the cereal in first? Or no shit, you eat it with a spoon. But
I put the cereal in the bowl, and then I pour milk, and then I use a spoon to feed myself.
okay, have you heard people just putting the cereal in a bowl and then eating it with a spoon without milk?
No, but I'm not gonna hate on it because
I do. Throw Robin under the bus, damn it! No.
No. Because I gotta keep it 100 here. I've been known to put some Honey Nut Cheerios in a cup and drink it.
Oh. I don't understand this.
No milk.
Okay. I can do the plain cereal, and here comes my rager. If I'm coming home late from a bender one night and I need something in my stomach, I'll grab a handful of cereal, throw it in my gullet, and then go to bed, and then deal with the repercussions tomorrow morning. But I don't sit down and watch The Office or Friends or whatever the hell the wife has on, plowing a bowl of cereal down without milk or anything.
No.
You at least pour water over it.
No, you gotta watch All in the Family when you do that.
You do have to watch All in the Family, for the love of Christ. I'm glad that's the first time that's been brought up on the show.
Come on, man, get with the program.
Oh my God. All right, so the stupid cereal ones out of the way. What do you like doing on a day off? And I mean day off because you are still a musician. I don't care if you think you've thrown it away or not. You still are a musician. Wrestler, you have nothing to do that day. You're taking a day off from the gym too. What do? Are you a video gamer? Are you and the gal lady
Yep.
going to go for a walk? Are you just sleeping? What's your day?
Either one of those three. If not being a dad, I'm known to. I'll go with the video games.
Okay.
But if it's just me in the crib by myself, I don't have no responsibilities. I'm not going to see the lady. I'm busting ass in Mortal Kombat.
Oh wow! What system? I have the system that I bought last year. It's called the Odroid that has like 90,000 games on it. Everything from Atari up to PlayStation 2, along with games that were just on coin-operated machines as well. So I pulled that out a lot. So that's where I play my Mortal Kombat, and I actually played last week just to see all the finishers that I haven't seen in a couple of years. But what system are you playing then?
PS4.
Oh,
PS4.
yeah. Okay.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Nice.
I'm an avid Mortal Kombat fan. I've been so since, I don't even know how long. All my life, I love Mortal Kombat.
It's a great game. It really is. We used to play at the pizzeria that my best friend owned, and the poor people that came to eat at the pizzeria should have probably, this is back, in the 90s, they should have just walked away or sent us to jail or something. Because it became that we had our own Mortal Kombat matches in the pizzeria as well.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Fatalities?
Yeah.
Any fatalities?
Oh, yeah, fatality. Oh, no. Real life fatalities? No, kayfabe ones for sure, though. Kayfabe ones. There was a time that the cops brought both of us home because we were having a casket match on Main Street of Ridgeway, Pennsylvania. In a casket match, meaning like a toilet paper box that we had to literally at 3 o'clock in the morning throw the other person in.
That's creative.
Dude, small town. When there's not much going on, you create your own stuff. And the cop being like a friend of the family is like, you two assholes just need to go home. We're like, all right, can we ride in the back at least? So we're behind the plexiglass to pretend we're on cops. Like this is the shit that we did.
See, I was an only child, so to keep myself busy, I put on pay-per-views and pretend I was Shane McMahon, and I would jump from one side of my living room to the other through a table that I made out of couch, and yeah, it was awesome.
My co-host now does the best Shane McMahon impression when he comes out. Money, money, money. That dance, he does it almost better than Shane.
Yeah.
Love
that. Shout out to Shane O'Mac.
Shout out to Shane O'Mac. All right. Would you rather have a dance off with HBK or Fandango?
HBK, I'll get over.
Okay. Who would be a better backup singer for you, Elias or Honky Tonk Man?
Elias.
And if you have to pick somebody to tag with, and you notice I'm going with everybody that I kind of cemented you around, would you want Stevie Ray as your partner or Booker T?
Ooh, fuck.
Yeah. There could be dissension if you pick one. But the other one could be a great supporting role.
No. I'm gonna think I might have to go with Big Stevie.
No, that's the one that I said that's the one that I figured you would pick, because at some point you guys could run the gamut. But Booker's gonna be pissed that you're using his finisher.
Yeah, no, and I tend to use the rock bottom too from now and again. When I have to.
Right.
So he might like not like the bookend. I don't know. I just feel like the big man, little man aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Big Stevie with the power, then Stan Michael up the top with the high note. Boom, end it. 1, 2. That's it.
All right, and the final one of those. Since Hit Row is not a thing anymore, you have to keep, which pisses me off. You have to keep B-Fab, because she is the real star of Hit Row. Along with yourself, I need 2 more members that you're going to have in the new Hit Row 2.0.
It has to be from the original people?
No. From the indies. Anybody that you work with, anybody in wrestling, essentially.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. I'm not going to give you an easy one. Come on.
I don't know, man. Damn. I never thought about that. Let's see. I'll take Carmelo Hayes.
Oh, nice.
And who got the soul? Damn. I'm trying to think. You know what? I like this guy, and I don't like how they're using him. But we gonna put some soul in him. Give me Damian Priest.
Oh shit!
Yep.
I do like this guy. Just like this guy. Spoiler for everybody listening that everybody knows here on Can Crushers that we record a little bit earlier. This is Royal Rumble night that we're recording this. So let's see how bad you are when people listen to this. Who are you picking to win the Royal Rumble tonight? Just the Rumble matches.
Man, okay. I don't like this question because my answer is always a cop out. Like, I'm not gonna have I'm gonna be Jerry the King Lawler with my shit, yo.
You're an ass. I've only spoken to you 2 times now, and I know that you're an ass, but I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, freaking, fuck, who's gonna come in? AJ Styles gonna come in. I'll be like, AJ's gonna win. Then Randy's gonna win. Randy's gonna win. That's me, yo. That's why I love the Royal Rumble.
I know.
A favorite match, favorite everything of the whole year is my favorite wrestling time of the year, the Royal Rumble, yo, for that very reason.
It is. It's my favorite pay-per-view across the board anymore, just because of that. So many stories get picked up because of it, so I will ruin it. I will tell you that Ronda Rousey is going to win for the women, and and Roman's going to win for the guys.
Oh, Roman's going to be in it?
He's not on paper in it, but he's going to win it.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. I love Roman Reigns. He's my favorite wrestler.
Is he really active right now?
He is really. He is really. We the ones. what you call it though. Ronda Rousey, yeah, I see that, but god damn it, if Rhea Ripley does not win this Royal Rumble, I'm flipping shit over.
Well, start flipping because
I'm flipping
I don't think it's gonna happen.
because god damn, like and all right, look, there's only two other ways. Two other ways I won't flip shit over. If Bianca Belair does it twice, or Sasha Banks wins it, because I love me some goddamn Sasha Banks. I love me some Bianca Belair. But Rhea Ripley is different. Rhea Ripley is a superstar
That they don't know how to use.
Oh my god! It's sickening to see. It's really it's painful to see, painful to see, and I really wish like she would get her moment back that she lost to Charlotte at that WrestleMania. And then she pretty much lost all her momentum up until that point.
Yeah.
And it was just, I feel like that's a superstar in their hands that they're just, dropping the bag on. So I'm just like, Rhea Ripley needs to win this. But Ronda Rousey is the money. So if she's there, then that's what it is.
Yeah. It's they dub Royal Rumble WrestleMania season. So that's essentially they're building up for money. How much wrestling do you watch nowadays? Are you engulfed like us wrestling nerds that have podcasts that watch 38 straight hours in my wife's basement, or are you just sporadic?
A little bit of both. I don't watch a lot of new shit, to be honest with you. I'll tell you what I like. I like Roman, I like Brock, I like Bobby, and I like Steiner.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I like 4 guys. If it's not those 4 guys, I'm not really there like that. I have a kind of an ear to the street on what's going on and everything else, but I'm not really tapped into much else outside of those 4 guys. Honestly, I watch a lot of old shit. If I'm watching wrestling, I'm putting on, like 90s, early 90s, late 90s, a lot of WCW. Yeah, that's my era. Like I like that era. I like the early 90s era of WCW. It's crazy to know because like I know that was whack and shit, but like it was still like the remnants of the old era.
The territories. Still. Yes.
Yeah. The remnant of the territories. Like when you have like the Slamboree having Legends Night with Bockwinkel as the special guest and all these old names and stuff, and it just gives you it gives you a sense of the real history and behind it and all that. And that's where I tell you, when we talk about stories and stuff, I feel like those guys, as even though they aren't near as athletic as the guys that we have now today, like they understood more of the psychology and how to grip people with the storytelling and how to really do, execute the basics down to a masterful level. So, that's really what I look at now. If I look at right.
I agree.
I Cornette a lot too. He's hilarious. I love that guy.
I don't watch as much as I used to. I skim a lot, but like I said, right now I just have WrestleFest 96 on, and I'm right now, just to tell everybody what's going on, just because that's the way we go. It is Owen Hart. It's high energy. I'll put it that. Owen Hart and Coco Beware and El Matador taking on the Nasty Boys and the Repo Man. And this, I paused it because I really want to watch this match when we're done with the interview, so I'm not going to let it go because tell me who can't tell a great story in that match.
Dude, like, yo, I stumbled upon a tag match, and I gotta kick myself because I still gotta watch this. I told myself I need to dissect this match and not just like watch it by. I stumbled upon I don't know if it was a house show or just like a video, a special or whatever. It was Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair versus Bret Hart and who the fuck was it? Was it Razor? I don't know. No.
Where did you stumble upon this anyway? Yeah, 3 of the 4 Razor. Already have me engulfed.
It was Bret. It was Bret and Perfect versus Shawn and Flair.
Oh my god!
In like '92.
I need to find that. That.
It's on Daily Motion somewhere. I found it. Because I'm listening to Cornette and he mentioned it, so I was like, nah, I gotta find this shit.
Yeah.
And found it, and I told myself I need to sit down and really dissect this shit, but I never really did. But I will do that shit before this weekend's out. You here tell me.
Yeah. So I'm guessing big podcast listener then as well. Do you besides us, who
kinda,
else
not
do you
really,
listen to?
kinda, but it's all right. Kinda now. Like it's not so. I was like I loved Taz's show when Taz was doing his daily thing. I'm a huge Taz mark. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like Taz is one of the few people. Taz is one of the few people that I can meet in the business, and like I'd probably still like mark out. Like Taz, Roman, and and the Usos maybe. Sasha, yeah, because I love Sasha Banks, but like, yeah, those I don't. Yeah, he's one of the few people I'm probably gonna mark out for real. And I used to listen to his show every day, that live stream that he had. I love that shit. You got to call in and talk to him and all that. I used to listen to Bruce. Used to listen to Jim Ross. Not so much anymore. Used to listen to Eric Bischoff here and there, but Jim's really the only one still going strong for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. All right, let's get back on wrestling a little bit. What's your goals for the rest of this year? Because let's not pretend you're taking over the world. You're young into the business, right? You're young.
Yeah.
So 2022, let's be realistic. Where do you want to knock off like 25 more states? Do you want to do something like that? Do you just want to grow within your own home territory?
Well, my goal is simple. I want to continue to train. Number one.
Say your prayers and eat your vitamins. No,
yeah,
sorry.
Seriously though. Like I'm not really really concerned about booking shows. You know what I'm saying? When I'll take shows, I am open. You know what I'm saying? I am accepting bookings. I am available for booking, but that's not my priority right now. Is to train and really perfect. Because like you said, I am still young in this thing, and I want to be able. And like I told you, I want to be able to perfect the craft of being able to storytell and grip in people, and not have to always rely on my athletic ability or whatever. Because that's not always going to be there. And I don't know how long I'm going to want to do this. I want to be able to work smart and do this shit right. I got too much respect for this business to not learn the craft the right way. So I want to continue that, number one. And number two, I do want to win my first title.
Do you have one that you have your eye on?
No.
Any title?
Nope.
Cool.
Nope. I don't. Not anyone in particular. I just am. I know that I'm putting in the work on my end, and I'm willing to show. I'm willing to prove. And I'm willing, and not only am I willing to show, I'm willing to prove. I'm willing to have people come out and see it too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, wherever that may land me, like I said, I'm still young, and I still want to keep the print. I still want to keep it open.
I like the honesty in that, because there's people that are like, "Oh, Mark, shut up," but you've probably been one of the most honest to say, yeah, I'll take bookings, but my main thing is to get better, because there's times people come on the show that I'm not throwing any names or anything, but they've been out in the wrestling business for a year and they're ready to go to Japan to wrestle. Dude, you're not ready to go to Japan to wrestle after a year. I don't care who you are.
Look, that's cool if you want to do that and go and get that experience and go out, because you never know who you can meet out there. You never know how you can network and how you can flip that. I'm not gonna, deter anybody from doing that. But what I will say is, I don't care if you've been in this shit 6 weeks, or if you've been in this shit 6 years, or if you've been in this shit for 16 years. You should always be a student of the game, man.
Yes.
Always be a student of the game. You should never think that you know it all. You should never think that you know it all, because we see Shawn Michaels still. We saw Shawn Michaels. We saw his last match, and we saw him continue to evolve up until his last match. You feel me?
Yeah. No.
So who are any of us to think that we got it already? We should just, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. I agree. You're preaching to the choir today. I love this. I really do, because you're on the same page. Allen Iverson says practice. Well, I think practice is the most important thing in life, because practice makes perfect or better. I'm never one to say perfect, but there's only one perfect, and that was Mr. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, but you brought up Allen Iverson. That's somebody that I look up to for real. Like, that's somebody, you know, that whole practice thing. I know that got misconstrued and all that, but like, honestly, the heart of a lion. When you talk about it, you
Yeah.
talking about somebody that never say die, that was always, pit bull. Vince McMahon always talked about Shawn Michaels being that pit bull. That was Allen Iverson on a basketball court. He didn't care how big you were. He was going at you every single time and never gave up. No matter what was said about him, no matter what he had to go through, no matter what he did, whatever, he never let up. And that's something I always take with me, and that's the spirit I bring with me into this wrestling shit. I bring that shit with me in life, but definitely in this wrestling shit.
Nice. I like that. I really, really do like that. So what else? What else do we need to know? What question did I forget to ask you? But I do. I have one more. Can you sit back when you first started watching wrestling and say, "Holy shit! I don't believe I'm there." You go back to your little guy's body and say, "Huh, I don't believe I'm a fucking wrestler right now."
Dude, I say it every day. I say it every day. You're like, I'm still getting used to like it, and I don't think this will ever go away. Like, it's always so cool when like somebody asks me, "Yo, what do you do?" I get to tell them what I do. You know what I'm saying? I get to tell them I'm a professional wrestler, and that's one of the dopest fucking things. And it's such an honor to be able to have the opportunity to step in those ropes and be able to learn the craft and take those bumps and run those ropes and do all those things that I never thought that I'd be able to do. But here we are, you know what I'm saying? So anybody out there that don't think that something is in your reach, man, just keep living every day and keep swinging. And I swear, like, it's not even about me swearing. It's not even about me swearing. Like, I'm not even trying to get you to believe me. You need to believe you. That's what it's about. Believe you, and you have everything you need.
Yeah, put in the work. You'll get there. We started this legit started. Me and my friend are garbage men. We did this on the back of a garbage truck, and we're like, we need to just let people listen to us. And now I'm getting paid to do this.
Yeah,
it's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah,
it's a nice side hustle. I don't know you at all, right? Personally, I don't know you. We talked maybe 3 times over Instagram and now on the phone. And I'm waving your flag because everything you're preaching right now, and I don't mean it preaching like preachy, but you're telling us is exactly what people need to do just in real life, not just wrestling business.
Yeah, man. Like, honestly, like that's the only way that I even know how to even go about applying this wrestling shit, is because when I'm 31 years old, bro.
I'm 44.
Yeah, like I'm like exactly. So we joke, like we could joke about how old we are and all stuff, but like at the end of the day, we're not 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? We're not just getting into this or having this naive mindset about what to expect out of this relationship with wrestling. Not everybody's gonna be John Cena.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's gonna be Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar or Kenny Omega. You know what I'm saying? Or the Young Bucks, whatever. But know that there is, if you're looking to make your way in wrestling, or there's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? There's more than one way to do it. Like, we need refs out here. We need announcers out here. You know what I'm saying? We need promoters out here. Like, there's the ring crew, like things like that. That you don't even understand. There's just so many so many ways to make money in this industry, especially now.
Yeah.
Please,
the digital
like,
part of it that's what blows my mind. That I love this part of the digital side of it. Yeah.
Dude. We're here right now all strictly because Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Reach out on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It's used it. Like, we're in a time where you're able to. I don't know what it was back what it was 10 years ago. but I don't know if indie wrestlers were able to market themselves the way that you have the ability to market themselves now. That's one thing I will say I don't see. That one difference that I would say coming in from music into wrestling. The music in the music industry, every artist is doing their damnedest to promote themselves, to get themselves over.
Yep.
You don't see that so much in the wrestling world.
You don't, because, and I'll speak from behind the curtain a little bit, because they think I'm trying to get something, and I'm using myself. I'm trying to get something from them. I'm not. I am a Mark sitting in my studio, my house studio, talking to a wrestler, and I'm having a great Saturday about it. This is what I'm getting out of it. I'm helping you, hopefully, promote yourself. In return, what am I getting? Hopefully a friendship. I hope to see you on a card someday, up in New York or Connecticut or wherever the hell I decide to travel to see you. But
sure.
That's I don't want anything from the wrestlers that I asked to come on the show. And then we had Ricky Morton on one time, and he's like, every indie wrestler should be knocking down podcast stations, doors, whatever, to promote themselves.
Dog,
It's free freaking advertisement on you. I don't care if you're in Guam. Call me. I'll interview you. It'll go across the world then.
Look. I don't know. Like you say, you got 5,000 people listening. I swear to God, a few of them indie wrestlers, or so a few of them workers out there.
Oh yeah.
So if y'all listening, please, like, do whatever you gotta do. Get yourself over out here. Like, if Vince McMahon's not gonna put you out on TV, God damn it, you got a smartphone. You got a smartphone. You can reach more people than watch Monday Night Raw.
That are at Monday Night Raw.
Instantly. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like I say, you see it in the music industry. You see people, out here promoting themselves, making moves, that doing all these things that you hear about them making a buzz and all that. But like, I don't see it as prevalently as it pertains to indie wrestlers, and that's something that I would like to see more. And that's something that I want to really, bring to the table here. Like, I'm knocking shit over, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm banging on the trash can, drumming on the. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we in here. And if it gets, we'll see where it takes me. All I know is that while I'm doing that, I'm not just hollering. I'm freaking working too. I make sure I'm in the, like, here's the thing. My first year of training, I was in the ring at least twice a week. Now my schedule changed. I got a new job, shoot job, and all that stuff. Life happens and all that. I got to make sure that I got to put that extra effort in. I got to make sure I'm in the ring at least twice a month, whether it be for a show or whether it be for a training. That's why I say, like, I'm not really, if it's a show, cool, fine. But if it's training, that's even better. Why? Because here's a nugget. When you're doing a show, you only get one rep.
Yep. I knew where you were going. I thought you were going to go by time. You only get 7-10 minutes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You only get 7-10 minutes. Well, break it down to even less of a break it down to even more smaller than that. The moves that you do. If you only got 7 minutes, chances are you're only hitting about 3 or 4 moves.
Yep.
Honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I love your old school mentality, being 31 and still a baby in the wrestling business. You fucking understand it.
Dog, I watched this shit all my life, man. Like, that's why I love being in this arena now. I love being able to be. I'm blessed to be a part of it, honestly. But like, you go in there, you got 3 or 4 moves you do one time, and believe me when I say you got one time.
You got so mad you threw your phone around there. Yes,
you know what I'm saying? You got one time. Because if you find yourself in a position where you have to think about doing something the second time, you fucked up.
Yep. And the crowd will tell you.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You got time to get it right. When you in practice, when you in training, You get to workshop that shit. You get to perfect it. Now you get to botch. Now you get to botchamania all over the place in the same time.
Shout out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now when you go on TV, now everything is second nature. You don't look crazy. You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so that and that's just how I want to go about it. You know, that's where I'm at. I'm only a year and a half in wrestling training. All intent and purposes, a lot of people will tell you that somebody like me probably shouldn't even be in there. Probably shouldn't even be in the ring doing shows right now. But I'm out here anyway, and I'm out here doing the thing. You know, I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing the thing, and I'm doing pretty well. And but at the same time, I don't lose track of the fact, and I don't take advantage of the fact, take for granted the fact that you still gotta always be a student in the game, no matter what the game is, man, or else the game's gonna beat you.
Game will beat you. Wrestling is an unforgiving business too.
Pedigree, bro. Pedigree.
Yeah. So I want to end with this, and it's a generic question that I'm sure you've been asked by millions and millions of people around the world. When you are ready and you can just decide whatever dream match you want, I want to know your dream match, but I always put a caveat on it. I want to know who, I want to know where, and there's got to be a stipulation involved.
I don't have a dream match, man. I'll be honest with you.
I can tell. I can tell because you just want to put in do. You don't care. And I'm not saying you don't care as you're like, I don't care, I'm just doing whatever. You don't. You just want to be you.
Like, I'll tell you, anybody that I would have wanted had a dream match don't wrestle no more, or they not around no more. You know what I'm saying? And I told you, I'm not really as in depth. I don't watch a lot of new wrestling a lot. You know what I'm saying? I tap in every now and then. I watch who I like, you know what I'm saying? And I, keep it on my old school tip. So honestly, at this point, it's kind of just like this, especially since I'm in the game now. I respect each and every person that has the nerve to lace up the boot and get in the fucking ring. But what you eat don't make me shit.
I've never heard that before, but that will be used several times on the podcast in the next couple months. I fucking love that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you eat don't make me shit. So if you out here doing the damn thing, love to you. That's what's up. That doesn't help me. If you out here making yourself look crazy, much love to you. That does not help me. What helps me is me being able to take care of what I got to take care of, the mission I have at hand. And if I meet, and whoever I meet, bro, whoever is my opponent is my dream match, man. I don't know anybody like that. I know who I come in contact with. And if you in front of me in my ring, that's what it is. If you in the ring, we in the studio. It's the House of Soul, baby. And that's it. That's the dream match. We going to town.
I love the passion. I love the honesty. I love the desire. I love you. I love that you've been this candid. I really do. And you don't know how much I'm like gushing over you right now because a lot of people have to make something up for that. You just want to do. Man. That's it.
That's it, man. That's it. I'm just here. I'm just here. That's it, man. I got a daughter. Yeah, I got a daughter. She's 8 years old, going on 18.
You wait when they're on 18. I have a 16-year-old son that is ready to buy a fucking Ferrari with the paper out. Yeah.
You know the drill. You know the drill. You know it better than me.
Yeah. It doesn't get any better.
Dude, 5 years ago. Was it 5 years ago? It might have been 4 or 5 years ago. Me and my daughter go to the Palisades Mall up by where I live, up in Rockland County. And they're doing a wrestling show in the ring, in the mall. And I have her on my shoulders. And we're watching this show go down. And I look at her and I say, yo, what if your father got in there and did that? And she looked down at me and she was like, Daddy, you would be awesome.
Yep.
That's 3 years. That's 3, 4, 5 years ago. I forget now. But point is, I got somebody watching me. I got a whole bunch of people watching me. We got this whole Talk of Champions thing. That's the other thing too. I came into this game with a whole legion of folks that love me and my girlfriend from the work that we put in on a podcast in it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is just the universe working how, it's how it's supposed to work. But you gotta put the work in. Like, I can't tell you, like, same way I met you, I met you on the gram because I'm making my business every day to follow and message and try to contact as many people as I can.
Yep.
Try to make any contacts as I can. Why? Because at the end of the day, I'm trying. Like I told you everybody before, you gotta get yourself over out here. People gotta know who you are. You can't be sitting here in your hometown getting mad that nobody booking you.
Right.
You know what I'm
As you're
saying?
playing Mortal Kombat.
You feel me? You feel me? But you come. I don't want to shoot no blank shots or nothing like that. But it's just like, and I'm not trying to like make anybody feel bad out there that may be in that position. But you gotta understand, like, specifically if you're in like any arena, this is the case. But I'm talking to my workers out here, my people that have been taking bumps. Like, you gotta make yourself known. They gotta know who you are. You gotta get yourself involved in either somebody's wrestling school or start appearing at these shows and help putting up somebody's ring. You know what I'm saying?
Go to seminars. The
Go to you.
AEW is having seminars around the world. Pay that $50 and go listen to QT talk about whatever he wants to. Meet him. Network.
Go there. You can go for the big fish, but also look for the small fish. Look for what's in your neighborhood, bro. Look for what. All right, look for what's in your neighborhood that's within arm's reach, and that'll allow you to get momentum elsewhere. And also contrary to that, if that doesn't work, then you got to do the opposite. Now you got to move.
Right.
Now you travel. Now you got to move around, because that's the only way the folks around you is gonna appreciate you. Because if you one of those folks, you find yourself in a position where, folks around, I'm doing my thing, but the folks around me, everybody support me on the internet, but not my folks, not my friends, none of this and none of that. Well, guess what? It's time for you to move and go where the love is. Go fish where there's fish, bro. You're not gonna find no fish in a barren water. You gotta go where they at. That's how you're gonna get That's how you're gonna get your fill. So it's really about just filling out where your crowd is, filling out where you got to do. Like, and it's a different story for everybody. For me personally, like, I was known around my town because of singing. I was known
Right.
around my town because of music. I was known around my town because I was a dude that was always singing and going around places, having shows and doing all that stuff. I was known for that. But
it's grinding. It really is grinding. Grinding and networking, dude. That's it.
You gotta make yourself known, man. I can't stress that enough. You gotta make yourself known. However you gotta do it, whether it be at home or whether it be abroad or whatever. You gotta do something, because no one's gonna do it for you. No one's gonna do it for you. No one's gonna do it for you. No one's gonna look, bro. I know, like, brother great. I know brother greatness. Like guys like him. I've seen him put people in his car, get them gigs, and drive them to where they gotta go. People ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
People ain't gonna do that. And that's not even just in here. That's just like in just in life in general. You come across one of two people that's gonna put their hand out and help you, give you a glass of water. But at the same time, at the end of the day, it's on you. You got to make the move, and if you don't make the move, it's not gonna be made.
It's not gonna. And this is a perfect time for you to make your move and tell everybody where to follow you on social medias and what you got. What are you selling? You're on Spotify. All of that happy horse shit.
Oh, here you go. Well, you can follow me, your boy Stan Michael, the true king of R&B and the owner of the House of Soul, baby. Twitter is Stan the Michael, right? IG is the Stan Michael. They made me freaking switch it up.
They did. Shit. Sons of bitches. I know.
I hate that. Also, on Twitter, Talk of Champs. of Champs on IG, Talk of Champions. And oh yeah, follow us on Facebook too. Talk of Champions.
Okay, that's the easy one. I was waiting for that one too.
Yeah. Follow us on Facebook. Talk of Champions. Freaking, we have a wrestling group that y'all can come through. You can come through. Anybody else here listening, come through, join it. Talk wrestling shit, old school, new school, whatever. We whatever you want to talk about. Come throw shit at the wall. There's somebody always willing to come in there and fuck with you on some.
That was the best word that you put in there. Ready to fuck with you. I agree.
Yeah. They're ready to fuck with you.
We're wrestling fans. Deep down, we need to fuck over everybody at some point.
You know what it is. But that's also where we stream our live streams. So when we go live and do our shows, we stream from our Talk of Champions page on Facebook. So follow us there.
Guys, make sure you do that. Do you have any merch or anything yet?
Yes. Goddamn, yes.
Yeah,
Whatamaneuver.com.
That's money in your pocket, dummy. I mean,
yeah. Right. This is the important one. My girlfriend would fucking kill me for this. Fucking whatamaneuver.com /Talk of Champions. And if that doesn't work, just put in whatamaneuver.com and look up Talk of Champions. We got merch, we got shirts, for your babies. We got baby onesies, bro, that say Talk of Champions. We got hoodies for the winter. We got tank tops for the summer. We got it all. So go to whatamaneuver.com /Talk of Champions. whatamaneuver.com /Talk of Champions.
Thank you. Got some good thing you did that. You just saved your girl, because otherwise she was strutting away. This fucking didn't even promote what we got going on.
Yeah, she would strut her ass over here in all this snow and whoop my ass if I forgot that. But
yeah, whatever. By the way, that's disgusting. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Stan, this has been great. It really has. Your Royal Rumble picks were spot on. I loved everything that you picked, and but truthfully, I loved like I said earlier, the passion, the love, the desire, and the honesty that you are willing to spew out of your mouth and tell people you're older in the business of being a rookie, but you understand how life works. And I hope if there's one or a million listen about how I'm not even saying come on my podcast, but if there's millions of podcasts that want to help promote you, go on, promote yourself. You're not going to get big if you don't do your own thing.
Facts, man.
So
I was going to do it for you. You got to go out and get it if you want it.
Yep. All right, brother, I'll let you go for the night. I'm getting ready to crack some beers and watch this whole Royal Rumble. So have a great night, huh?
Yeah, you too. I'm going to go get up with the homies and do the same.
Talk about being the realest of real. I love how Stan actually came out and said, hey, man, I am 31. So he broke the fourth wall, I guess you want to say, and told everybody that he's older in the wrestling business. But he knows. I know we said this 4, 5, 25 times, but he knows that there's got to be work involved. Coming from the music industry, he knows how to get himself over. So now he's doing the same thing in the professional wrestling business. You know what I really like? That he doesn't have a dream match. He could have said maybe like Dusty or somebody, because he referenced that most of his were past. So I'm thinking maybe it was Macho Man, if I have to guess. But I like how he's like, I just want to wrestle. I just want to put in the time. I just want to do better. But the number one story that Mark got out of this, you know, it tugs on my heartstrings because I am a kid guy. When he had his daughter at the wrestling show and he asked his daughter, what do you think if daddy did this? And you would be super cool. Stan, you are now her superhero in life. I'm sure you know this, but I just want to say this is the greatest thing that you've actually said on the podcast. And I wanted to wait to the end and make you listen to the ending of this compared to me telling you in your face and you're like, oh man, I know. No. Listen to this again. You are, and you know this, her superhero. I love you. And you know, Can Crusher Nation knows that I am very emotional about stuff like this. This was awesome. I loved every bit of it. Guys, follow him. Get on social media. Follow everything that he does. Go buy some of his merch. Come on. We all love each other in the wrestling community. Most of us do. A couple of us love each other, and I'm one of them that I will help promote anybody, everybody. Cross promotion is awesome. We talked to Stan a little bit off air, a little bit longer, and we'll get more people that he knows. So I'm excited. Hopefully we can ramble up some people and head to Upper New York, Middle New York, Side New York, wherever the hell he's going to be in New York, and go and see him wrestle. So yeah, I'm excited, guys. Remember, if you have anything to send us, he'll clip us up on the social medias. All of them are at CanCrusher69. Email is cancrusher69@gmail.com. Drop us a letter. You want to get on board to be on an interview as well? Cool. Let's do it. I love talking wrestling. First and foremost, remember, just because you're trash doesn't mean you can't do great things. It's called the garbage can, not a garbage cannot.